Hi everyone, Coach Sullivan here again with MJS Coaching Football. And quick background, my 38th year coaching football. I've either been a defensive, offense, special teams coordinator, or head coach at both the collegiate and high school levels. So I wanted to talk to you today about our match quarters coverages when we check steel, our automatic versus a 3x1, which has been explained in previous lectures. Today, my focus is going to be on a tag to the one receiver side and the reasons for the tag. A lot of it's situational, as you're about to see. And we do this versus an 11 3x1 formation and a 10 personnel 3x1 formation as well. So, first off, okay, remember, three receivers on one side complicates our match quarters structure, so we have to make a check, as explained in previous lectures. The one receiver side, especially situationally, you got to have some different looks and different ways to play both the one receiver as well as a running back potentially on that side. So this particular stay tag, as we call it, I signal like stay back, okay, before I clap, we utilize in a definite passing situation, say third and long, use it when this X is their dude and or their tendencies and all the scouting reports. This is the guy they go to, all right? When the ball's on the hash into boundary, 2 minute situation, they're going to throw it just to try and get out of bounds. Again, we're going to play man up on this kid when he's trying to run out routes and so forth. So situationally, that's what we do. It's not great versus the run, so I'll cover that as part of this lecture. Okay. So for now, we understand situationally it's a passing situation, third and long, typically second and long, okay, or they're way behind and they need some chunk plays, right, or even in a 2 minute situation, middle of the field, they need some chunk plays, and this is their dude. So you got to have a way to double cover the dude, all right, the go-to guy. You got to have a plan to stop it. So our over-under plan, over safety, under the corner, is what we call stay. So the stay signifies that when he goes vertical or he runs out, our corner is going to stay with him. That's another way of saying man, baby. Except we're not going to leave him on an island. Okay, because then you kind of look silly, especially when they keep throwing it to the guy, he keeps catching it, and you don't seem to have another plan. Okay, so for us, stay means when he runs anything but is how we say. You stay with X unless. And the unless is he runs any type of hard inside route, essentially under 5 yards. So that's a slant, that's any kind of an arrow route, a mash across, which in the situations we're talking about obviously aren't very likely to be the routes. Okay? If it were part of a tendency that they did like to do that, then we'd run stay in a situation on a first down, okay, or a second and medium, or whatever the tendency told us. But usually this is the situation, okay. So similar to as I talked about in the clamp lecture, we teach our corners both to start off an outside press, and when the receiver ultimately looks in because he has to, so he can go on the movement of the ball, that's when we stem remove to inside press, and the focus is strictly on him. This guy, the corner, is playing the man. He's not looking into the surface. Our safety will let him know whether it's run or pass. Okay? So let me briefly talk about why this is not good against the run. Especially teams that do a good job in play action, so it puts us in maybe a little bit of a bind. See Coast Guard. I've always thought Coast Guard was the best at game planning, specifically playing situational football and making adjustments. They run him off. It kind of looks like a pass or it's in between, and then they run speed option. and now you're in chase. You're in some trouble. Okay, so it's not great for that reason. Okay, so if that's a potential, you got to be prepared not to use stay. All right. So if the X receiver runs any type of an inside route under 5 yards, then both the backer and the safety will double him. He's the dude. Either way, he gets doubled. Otherwise, an outside route or anything with a vertical stem that ends up being vertical down the field or out to the sideline, the corner stays with him. There you go. Boom, done. Okay? So that is what is meant by when the safety says deep help with one or 1 under 10. The safety is looking to help out with number one. In either case, again, we are going to double the dude. Okay? And that's what stay is for. It enables us to double the dude, who they're usually trying to isolate because a lot of teams will put the corner on an island. Not us. This is what we're going to do. Okay? And we're going to have some faith in our other defenders that if they do run speed option, we'll be able to make the play. And I'll also do my best not to put a call in where it takes the defensive end completely out of the run as well as the backer. Okay? It's my job to scheme it up so I don't put our kids at 100% disadvantage. Okay? So, again, when we say stay, we're looking to double the dude, the single receiver away. That includes the 10 formation. It's no different. Okay? It's the exact same, which makes it simple. We're only teaching our kids the one thing to utilize versus a single receiver in these two formations. Because even if three's in here, it's still Toledo to us. We don't get caught up in all of that. Toledo's Toledo. You got three receivers. They're outside the box with a split end. That's Toledo. Okay, whether it's pistol, away, west, away from the three, east in this case, to the three. It's the same to us. Okay? So again, you got to have some answers. In this case, the answer is to cover their dude, whether he is in fact a dude or just being smart situationally, ball in the hash. You know they're going to try and dink and dunk down the field, get into field goal range. Negate that by having a corner staying with him, and if he tries to double move it, safety's over the top. Okay? Boom, done. As always, please, any questions, email me at coachmjsullivan@gmail.com, and I will get back to you as fast as possible. Have a great day, and most importantly, have a plan.